So you see these people that come off steroids and lose every single ounce of muscle, it's because they... Yo, good morning YouTube. Welcome back to another video. Today, I want to let you guys know what realistically it's like to come off steroids. You guys know that I just finished my contest prep. I did a powerlifting prep before that. So I was roughly taking steroids for 4 months blasting, 2 months of TRT, and then another 3 months of blasting, and I came completely off. We're gonna go over my PCT, we're gonna go over my mental state during that time, and I'm gonna give you guys some tips and tricks to make sure you can maintain as much gains as humanly possible and not get yourself into a massive depression. So make sure you hit that like button, and please, if you could take 2 seconds and click that subscribe button. We are closing in on 100K. Most of you guys have already been unsubscribed, and if you are still subscribed, they don't even tell you when I post a video anymore. So we are also moving to a second channel. So it's gonna be the first link in the description. If everyone can go subscribe to that channel when we build up enough subscribers, this channel is going to be all for the steroid and just me being my unfiltered self until YouTube kicks me off the platform. And the other channel is gonna be my politically correct channel. So if you could take 2 seconds and do all that, it would be much appreciated. Let's get into the video.
I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Congratulations, Mark Plummer.
Now, believe it or not, I'm actually cutting down on energy drinks. I'm only having 1 energy drink a day. Usually it's a Gorilla Mind. They got these new variety packs, which is absolutely amazing. Before, I just want to be as transparent as possible and give you guys a full physique update of what 4.5 weeks completely off steroids, completely off dieting, and only training 3 to 4 times a week. Now you're gonna be wondering, why did you completely come off dieting? That one, it was just because I'm going into surgery and I didn't care. I'm gonna be off the gym for 8 weeks and I just wanted to live like a normal human for a bit. And the reason that we cut back on training is actually very specific to the PCT, which we'll get into later on the video. But since we are going into surgery in a week or a week and a half, we have loaded up the human growth hormone back again. As you guys know, we cut it out about 6 weeks out of the show so I could lose some extra water retention. We are adding in 6 IUs a day starting today. We're taking BPC 157. This is the new ultra thin peptide, 99.8% purity. TB 500. Dogs, we got the Gorilla Mind and Intelligent Shot packages. We got the hair volumizer powder. We got the Intellect volumizer shampoo and minoxidil. I've never taken minoxidil. Usually I just use the ketocozo shampoo and finasteride. I only got this because we're starting Bigger by the Day in like 2 months. And we're gonna be going hard. So I wanna take all the hair care precautionaries. And if you still have your hair, I would 100% recommend you take precautions before you lose it. We got 1 blackberry lemonade nitric, 1 blackberry lemonade mauve, and I had to get another one of these, Gorilla Mind base. This is just one of the nicest tasting things I've ever had. We've already had such a busy morning. It is literally 9 o'clock, and this is the first time that I'm getting up early, which indicates to me before my blood work happens that I am starting to get my test levels back. I was going to bed at like 10:30, sleeping until 10:30 or 11 the next day. So I was getting a full 12 hours of sleep. And then by 3 or 4 o'clock that same day, I was falling asleep. No matter what I was doing, I was editing a video, I was literally dozing off, even with some caffeine. If I sat down, it was over. And if I worked out that day, I would work out, come home, immediately go to bed because I was exhausted. I knew for a fact that my test levels were between the ranges of 100 to 250. Obviously, the PCT stimulated my pituitary hormones, which got those test levels. Hopefully right now, I'm thinking around 300 to 500. So still basically like a 15-year-old prepubescent girl, but good enough to actually go through the days, not be in a crazy depression, and not be super tired, sore, lethargic, and no sex drive all day. So let's go upstairs just so I have nothing to hide and show you guys exactly what 4.5 weeks looks natural for me. And I'll see you guys for breakfast. Damn. Breakfast time. We have 4 whole eggs and 100 grams of egg whites with some pink Himalayan salt. And we got 80 grams of oats with as much peanut butter as I want. Normally I would do berries because I like the antioxidant factor of berries. And I feel fruit is very crucial to have post-show because you are lacking in so many vitamins and minerals. But we didn't have any blueberries, so we just probably put like 4 tablespoons of peanut butter in here. But first topic that we need to get into is diet, guys. You cannot be on 500 test, 350 NPP, 100 milligrams of Anavar. You can't even be on SARMs and eat the same way as when you come off them. You have to realize that your body is metabolizing food at this level. You have a higher base metabolic rate. You are going to metabolize protein, and protein synthesis is going to be, if I had to guess, 10 to 20% more than in your natural state. And when you come off, you're obviously going to lose a little bit more muscle, and what burns calories is muscle. So when you lose muscle, you are going to physically burn less calories day to day as well. So this is a pure case where I'm going to tell you, do what you want to do. Personally, I decided just to eat whatever I wanted. That was only because I had surgery and I have to spend 8 weeks off the gym completely. So there was no point of me trying to stay shredded or maintain as much muscle mass as possible, is because I was gonna lose all of it anyways, or I am going to lose, and I'm gonna show you guys after the 8 weeks that I literally am 180 pounds, look like I've never lifted a weight a day in my life. If you are eating 2 grams of protein for every pound of body weight that you have, and you are growing well, you're recovering well, there's nothing really being spilt over, your carbs are not changing to glycogen. When you come back to your natural state, you're gonna have to reduce that protein to maybe 1.5 grams, even 1 gram per body weight, because your body will just not be able to tolerate the same amount of protein. Your digestive system will be completely out of whack. You have to remember that your year goes in phases. You cannot get better year round. You literally need to pick, okay, this time I'm gonna get lean. This time I'm gonna get strong. This time is gonna be my health phase. You have to go a little bit backwards in order to go a little bit forwards. So by coming off, giving your body a break, giving your digestive system a break, and kind of just coasting and then going back into it hard, you're gonna get much better results that way anyways. So we're gonna crush this food, which, I mean, I'm still eating healthy, but I do have a few more snacks a day than I would like to. And I wanna break down just quickly before we head to the gym, my exact PCT. And then I'm gonna give you guys the training tips. And guys, the training tips are probably the most important thing that you have to remember when coming off steroids. I promise you, it will be a game changer. Just finished up all the Acne Attack skincare orders, all the total whiteout. Got a big bag, just trying to do orders every day. But before I actually head off to the post office, drop all this stuff off and go to the gym, just want to tell you guys what I did exactly for my post-cycle therapy. Now, because I did quite the extensive cycle, and if you have not seen those cycles, you can check out my last video. I was on for like a solid year, and I TRT'd in between there, but I was on for more than 12 months at a time. Obviously, having your natural testosterone come back after the aggressiveness of the cycle plus the length was going to be pretty hard, so I decided to go a little more aggressive than needed, just in hopes to kind of revamp that stuff a little bit quicker. Now, the way PCT works, and I have different videos on this, is you should not be doing PCTs for months on end. The point is when you take steroids, it shuts down your natural production. The PCT stimulates the production, and then you stop the PCT and let your body do the rest. That's the point. You should not be constantly taking something, telling your body, yo, you need to do this, you need to do this. The point is hit it hard, then back off and make sure your levels come back to normal. And if they don't from your blood work, then you can always do another round of HCG or Clomid. So what I did is I did 15,000 IUs of HCG over a 2.5 week period. I started off with 2,500 every other day, and then I dropped it down to 1,000 or 1,500 every day going into the end of the 3 vials. For 7 days, I did 125 milligrams of Clomid, and for 7 days, I did 40 milligrams of Novadex. Now, that was way too much Novadex, but my estrogen was out of control, and I did need to bring those levels down. And then the next 7 days, I did 50 milligrams of Clomid, and I did 10 milligrams of Novadex, and then I finished the HCG. You do all of those things simultaneously, and I've been off everything for a week and a half now. This is where I'm finally starting my body to pick up the energy levels again, kind of like I said. My recovery is getting a little bit better. And overall, I don't think I'm going to need to do another round because, as you guys know, as long as my general health is okay, I'm not crazy concerned of getting my testosterone levels back to 700, 800. I'm going to be doing another cycle. So as long as I feel okay and like day to day is not a complete grueling task, I'm fine with that because it's going to desensitize all my receptors a lot more than if you just do a TRT dose. So that when I do bigger by the day starting January 2nd, where the goal is to get up to 255, 260 fairly lean, my body's going to respond to these drugs so much better because I've been completely off everything for over 3 months. I just wanted to be super transparent about that. And please do research on PCT, and everyone's PCT is going to have to be different. If you take SARMs, that's not fully shutting off your testosterone, so you're not going to need as aggressive PCT to bring it all back. If you've only done 1 cycle, you're not going to need as aggressive PCT to bring it back. If you've been on for 30 years and you're trying to have a kid, you're probably going to need close to what I did and or more. So it's definitely dependent on the person, and just try to get as much information as you possibly can and talk to a health specialist because they are going to know the best. Your doctor probably is not going to, but anyone that is kind of in this scene that understands the things we are doing, try to talk to them because they will definitely point you in the right direction. Point of this is longevity and results. If you just blast for 5 years, you hit a plateau. You guys all know the dude that's at your gym that has never gotten bigger and is blasting a ton of juice. He blasts, does a TRT, loses a little bit of size, and then blasts again and comes back to the exact same spot he was. Every single year, I've put on 10 to 20 pounds of muscle. That's proven by my last show, me being 212 shredded, you know? And next year, we're getting big, doing our first off season. And then next year, when I compete, I will be 220 shredded, even more shredded than the last time. So I think my method works for me, and you just have to find what works for you. So, gotta go to the post office, head off to the gym, and I'll see you guys before we train. Oh, just finished a quick workout, probably the quickest workout I have done yet because gym etiquette goes so fucking far. I don't know where on earth these new gym comers and these new gym kids think that they get off by joining the gym and within their first week thinking they fucking own the place. I would have never even dared acted the way people fucking act in these gyms when I first started going. Fuck, I've been there for 10 plus years now. I still never would do that. But especially when I first get in there, like, who the fuck do you think you are? I swear I need to make an Instagram page that's the opposite of Joey Swole to actually put people down. Please bring back bullying from these fucking kids that have no respect in the gym. But we finished arms. I was going to film it, but then I was like, what's the point? Because we're only doing like 3 exercises of 3 sets. Because the biggest thing is when you come off steroids and you finish your PCT, you need to wait for your natural testosterone levels to get back to baseline before you can start training hard. A lot of people think that they come off steroids completely and then they're like, oh my God, I need to train twice as hard to make up for the fact of not being on steroids. Like we went over in the diet, if you can't process as much protein and you don't have as much protein synthesis and you're not recovering because you're off, what makes you think that you are going to be able to train at this extraordinary level and recover? You obviously know that building muscle comes down to breaking down the tissue and repairing it. And if you do that, there's no chance that you're going to repair it. You're actually just going to start using muscle tissue for energy for those crazy training sessions. So you see these people that come off steroids and lose every single ounce of muscle. It's because they do what I just talked about. And it's absolutely crazy that people can't just scale down, train 3-4 days a week at 60%, wait for your body to recoup, and 2, it takes stress off your central nervous system so that when you go back into whatever strength phase, cutting phase, you're going to respond better, you're going to recover better, and you're going to be more effective in the gym because you are not burnt out. So that's basically the last and final tip for coming off steroids. If you guys have any questions regarding anything in my life, please drop them in the comments below and or DM me on Instagram. I'll also throw up a Q&A on Instagram because I'm going to do a full Q&A video probably next of everything that's gone on in 2023. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys learned a little bit. I hope you can take some of this knowledge and apply it to yourself. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so we get to 100K, and I'll see you guys in the next video.